The time has finally come. We gotta do something with these guys. They've been sitting here way too long. We finally made a decision on our bees for this upcoming year. Before I explain to you guys exactly what's going on, remember in my last video about the bees, I said what I'm gonna do is I believe I'm gonna harvest the honey in the honey super and leave the other box in case I do decide to get bees again next year. We were gonna take this top honey super and we were gonna collect the honey in it either way. So right now we're gonna take this honey super up to the barn and start collecting some honey. And I'm gonna explain to you guys what we're going to do for this honeybee season. So a little bit of backstory with the bees. This is our first year of bees, of keeping bees. And we really had to learn a lot. With keeping bees for the first year, we didn't do so hot. They didn't make it. Which is fine, that happens. But I really needed to figure out, is this for me? Is this something I want to do? As I got honey all over my fingers. The answer was after last year's learning experience, me and Candace sat down and had a little talk. And we tried to figure out the pros and cons of having bees here for another season or not having them. We talked about maybe giving the hive away to somebody else that just was starting the homestead. Or we talked about getting another hive and talked about possibly getting 2 colonies of bees. We both thought that having the bees around was a very enjoyable experience to us last year. We really liked watching them out in the garden and fly around the yard and pollinate everything. We haven't used any of the honey yet, so we haven't counted that as a pro, but we know it's there in the back end. You know, once we put the work in, we will get some fruits of our labor out here, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're just getting some of our honey. We're taking the one super that was partially full, and we're making sure that that honey in there does not get robbed by other bees or mice or rodents or something like that. I'm going to take the other 2 brood boxes that are out there with the lid. I'm going to make sure to cover them up so we don't get anything robbed out of there because those are actually full. So a couple of things that we didn't like about raising bees. A is we don't know enough about them. So that's on us, and we need to do some more research and just keep learning. That's doable. We can turn that into a pro real quick, I think. One of the negative effects we have is our roadside stand sits relatively close to where those bees are. So last year when we had customers at this stand here, there was actually quite a few times we went to put new flowers out to the road, and there was actually quite a few bees kind of buzzing around the stand. So we weren't sure if our customers liked having the bees buzz around them when they were trying to pick out a bouquet of flowers. One of the other cons that we had with the bees is that these things are very expensive to get into. So not only are the bees expensive, but the hives are too. They don't just give the stuff away or anything. So there's a very high cost to get even started in this. And there may be ways to find that's less expensive and more affordable. I haven't found them. If you guys know of any, feel free to put some comments or some links or something down below. Let us know, share the wealth a little bit with the whole community here. But, you guys know bees are expensive. So, we have to look at that as a cost to the homestead as well, as if we're going to get more or keep going with the bees. So with a little bit of debate and maybe a little bit of persuasion, me and Candace decided to have bees again for this year. And my thinking is, what better way to have success with bees for one more year but to have 2 hives. Our thought is to double up our chances this year with a little bit of our bee survival. That's right, guys. We're gonna have 2 hives this year. We're gonna double down this year and see if we can't get one of these bee colonies to stay alive through the winter. I have actually already received my hive. We are gonna have a twist with this deal. Remember I said that we didn't like the hive so close to the road and out by our roadside stand? We're gonna make a change this year for the better. So for this year, we're gonna move our hive from out by the road out to a different location. We're gonna reveal that location to you guys in a video coming up real soon. Reason being is I've already got the bees on order. So I actually have a date of when they have to be in their hive here. So I've gotta get the hive set up in their new location before the bees arrive, which is coming up super fast. So we have to get this done in the next few weeks. We're gonna have a couple update videos for you guys real soon. We're gonna show you exactly where we're putting our bees, why we're putting them there, and our reasoning behind it. And hopefully, maybe some of these reasons will prompt something for you guys if you're setting up your bees for this year as well. I just want to say thanks, guys, for all the comments we had in our last bee video. It really kind of put me over the edge as to, how I wanted to go about this year's bees. You guys had a lot of really encouraging compliments and enthusiasm for me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I hope that we can kind of continue that. You guys got any other good advice for me for this year's beehive? Go ahead and throw it in the comments below, and we'll get a conversation going. As always, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and we will catch you on the next one.
Like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant. I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. Times I've stranded, a castaway on unknown shore of those stranger in